So RoofCon's coming up in a few weeks. What would you describe the focus of RoofCon?
I actually have never been to RoofCon. I know a lot of people that have been. That's one reason I'm excited to go because I have never been. But I know a lot of contractors who I respect have been part of it for a long time. But if from what I see online, if you're just high integrity, you want to do all the right things. Everything I'm just saying before, like you want to offer that really, really good customer experience. You care about the products that you install. You care about the education for your crews. You care about your whole team. That's what I see at RoofCon. Like it's a really good group of like-minded, maybe competing, non-competing roofing contractors around the country that really they care about their family. That's a huge thing. They're doing like outside stuff a lot. Hunter and like the whole team, they do like father-son retreats and things like that. So yeah, family oriented, high integrity, highly professional, want you to grow. They want you to scale and grow because they know that's the direction of the roofing industry. That's RoofCon from what I see right now. Maybe I'll be surprised, but I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a really great group of people.
Nice. So that's RoofCon, and I don't think there's any other major events the rest of this year. The next one really coming up, I think, is IRE in January or February.
Actually, don't know the date for that. I don't know, but I do know that there are regional things. So pay attention to those too. I think those can be really impactful. I forgot this. I actually took Elizabeth to a regional one. It was in Atlanta. No, Nashville or Atlanta. I can't remember which one. But it was like the Southeast, whatever, roofing conference. And I think Jesse Itzler spoke there. It was really good though, because it was a smaller group. All the breakout sessions were like, 50 people. It was just really meaningful. Because it was like having a really large scale, widely funded conference, but smaller. And you could, there's certain installation practices that are different all over the country. There's certain materials that are available all over the country that are different. So everything was more meaningful because of all those things about roofing and the challenges that we face. It may be labor challenges. Whatever it is. That was impactful. So the Southeast, I know they have a Western conference. They have like one just for Denver. They have one. I'm sure they have one for Minneapolis. So like those regional ones happen all the time. But yeah, there's no like major conference except Roofing Process and RoofCon.
All right, Roofing Process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roofing Process is December.
Yeah. So yes, RoofCon's October 23rd through something, a few days there, and then Roofing Process is the second week of December, I believe, like the 7th or something. But anyway, those are the two for the majority of like residential roofing contractors would be part of those two conferences.
Those two. And then in the spring, IRE, and that's a little bit of a different focus there.
Yep. It's really fun to go to IRE. International Roofing Expo I've been to that one quite a few times, probably the most. You and I went to like it twice in 1 year during the COVID weird time.
Yeah. It was like back to back.
It was weird.
Like February, and then I think they did it in November.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, anyway, if you've never been to a conference, you should definitely at least go to IRE one time. You should, because a lot of the same vendors that are at these other conferences are going to be at IRE in addition to like all the really cool stuff. Like, there's going to have a bunch of equipters in the room. They're going to have all kinds of if you're a commercial contractor, you're really going to see a lot of benefit. And then if you're like a high level residential contractor, you're going to have like every question answered if you are spending time. It's exhausting. You can walk through that whole place for 3 days and still not get enough. Like if you really invest time, it's a lot of information, but it's very good. I mean, yeah, I definitely recommend going at least one time. And then you get Win the Storm. Win the Storm's like in March. Is that right?
I think so. That sounds right.
Yeah. So Win the Storm has definitely changed though. From what my perspective, Win the Storm has had somewhat of a bad rap for years. I've never been, but they've changed, I think, mentality, ownership, a lot of things have changed. So it's a much better just a better conference in overall. So if you're really into storm restoration, Win the Storm is like the conference to go to. There's not really another conference that. There's some other small conferences, but I think Win the Storm is going to just. There's just so many tools there that are going to be helpful for you. It's going to be a lot of like how in this year how to deal with the upcoming storm season and stuff like that. Like it's I hear very good things about it now, and we'll be there as well.
Yep, that one's going to be interesting. The reputation has definitely changed for the better. I heard so many good things about Win the Storm last year, and everyone's experience. And I think they are definitely still focused on storm restoration, but I think it is a little bit broader now than it was.
Yeah.
They're trying to not have it be just door to door, but more general everybody, but still a focus on doing storm and insurance related work. So
well, there's just I mean, think if you're watching this or listening to this, like the storm market is changing, insurance carriers are changing. So we're mainly retail, but I was an insurance agent, and so I see it happening. I mean, everyone talks about State Farm. That shift over the past 2 years has been pretty crazy, and I think conferences like Win the Storm can help you navigate that a lot better than anyone else, because they're just so focused on how to help the contractor be successful, but the homeowner have a better experience. So if you're using tools like, I mean, a lot of people are going the retail model in the storm market, like they're able to do that. So yeah, they're gonna have all the people that have. I'm excited about that one because I know there's things that I don't know. That's a perfect example of I don't know what I don't know. And we don't do a ton of storm work. It's probably 15% of our business. If it's a direct storm thing, we'll usually do the roof retail, and we'll find out later it's insurance. Customer will just tell us it's not, but we'll find out later. But yeah, just navigating that sales process is different.
Yep. Makes sense. All right. Well, I think that just about sums it up. Anything else we need to?
Conferences 2024-25.
Conferences.